Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Before we get into things, I wanted to just briefly explain our intro. So, first, thank you for being here. Thank you to the gentlemen that are going to join us to kind of ring in our 1 year. This month is when it all kind of started. I kind of become dedicated as Pops only and kind of really just shed away a lot of other stuff I did. But more importantly, it's when the Halo review started. It kind of brought us together. It's what kind of birthed Talk Hard out of it was a year ago this month. So it's gonna be kind of cool and fun to reminisce about some of those things and that. However, during this whole year, there's a lot of times where I've done little clips or face swaps or something like that, and we didn't use them. So for whatever reason, it just didn't happen. So tonight's we'll kind of feature some of those videos that just didn't make the final cut, and then we'll kind of get to our celebration tonight with you folks. So hopefully you'll enjoy this as much as I did putting it together. So take care.
So one day Jal shows up and is all like, and this one girl's like, and then everyone else is like, so then this pirate dude named Squint's all like,
I'll catch the shark.
but the mayor's like, meh. What is Pops doing?
100% Moon River.
World sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
Uh-oh. There's no music. That's fun.
Oh, right, well.
No! Music, man. AC/DC's didn't go. All right, well, there we go. So, yeah,
like
listen.
music's in your head.
The file, so everything has been transferred over to the newer computer. So it's like some things, maybe it just, I don't know what I did, but there we go. So some of the clips that we didn't actually use, which I thought was kind of fun. So, but hopefully you guys are doing well. Thanks for being with us tonight. 1 year later, it's great to have everybody here. It's also great to have these guys. Loki, my friend, I can't believe we've done this for a year already, my friend.
So you had this like long-haired hippie dude on your show and you were talking Halo, and I was like, oh no, and he was like, I don't know that much about Halo, Pops. I've never played the video games. And I was like, oh no. And I'm like trying to like, no, that's not the way it was in the game, man. And you were like, hey, dude, just come up and hang out here, man. And I was like, screw it, I'm on my way, bro. And boom, holy crap, it happened. And Ironcaster was like, whoa, what about me, bro? What about me? And I was like, bro. And he was like, bro. And you were like, bros. So, yeah.
I saw the show and then parachuted the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was I'd already done the review. I had recently spoken to T-Shirted Historian, and because I'd been watching his show regularly. I reached out to him. He's like, I'm not watching Halo, man. I'm not doing it. Reach out to Loki. And then we got our time zones mixed up and things like that. And I'm sitting here and I'm just trying to go through the show. Ryan hops in and we did the first, I think it was just the three of us for the first episode of Halo. And then we had Ironcaster in at the end of that. And then of course we kind of kept Ironcaster after that forever and tomorrow. So Ironcaster, man, can you believe it's been a year, man?
Unbelievable.
So much has changed in a year. It's just kind of, well, I mean, the modern entertainment continues to be a lot of crap, but it's kind of fun to find the good crap.
Yeah, our approach has evolved a lot too. Like it's definitely been more like, well, let's just spend some time promoting and enjoying some of the good stuff. It's like a palate cleanser. Talk Hard has been a lot about that as well. So, but no, it was really fun. So let's just say hey to some folks here in chat. Claude is here. So hey, Claude, hope you're doing all right. Ryan's chiming in there. So that's great. Polymy's Minion. Hey, lady. Hope you're doing well. It's great to see you. And here's Zach. I was on with Zach earlier, having a dad channel, dad show. Zach's one of our great supporters there. Thank you, Zach, for everything, my friend. And Gap After Dark as well. He's saying hey to everybody here in the panel. So hope you're doing well. Ryan, man, it was a crazy ride having you in for Halo, and then the connection issues, which connection issues have kind of gone away. Yet it's just it was kind of a weird kind of evolution those first few moments.
Oh yes, I had a great time. I actually discovered your channel, Pops, through Stone Loki, because this guy is a great inspiration to not only my channel but also my show, reality based, as it were, going through the origins and happenings of fellow creators. You've all been a guest of the show. And then I came across Pops, and where's Loki? Where's Loki? So I'm like, oh, I've not heard much about Halo. And I thought Pops could use a guest. And it was a bit of opportunism, folks. And here we are. Take the opportunities. It's awesome. It's kind of difficult, though, for me to stay in one place for long. So I parachuted out of here and left you guys to handle the rest of Halo. And you three make a hell of a team, if I do say so.
Well, you had to get out of here to make sure that tower behind you didn't fall over again.
Yeah, we have video evidence of that as well. So that was like, so if you guys don't know that I've the keeper of a couple of the Ryan bloopers that I don't even think he has in his own library, but I do.
Oh no!
The early dancing of Ryan, that's one of them. And then, of course, the most infamous one is this one.
Well, it seems I've done it. Hopefully, this does not collapse. It's nearly...
That never gets
old.
Dude. Yeah.
Nearly killed the channel that moment.
Yeah. Wiped him out.
Yeah, it nearly... I thought the computer had broke. I didn't use this one. It was actually one that I had borrowed from a good friend of mine. And the reason why, after you cut that, I lift the laptop back up, check it was fine, and then began to laugh because it was a laugh of relief. Thank goodness this is not broke. So, yeah.
All right. So it all started with Halo. Like I said, a year ago. Here's a little highlight reel. It's like 3 minutes. We'll see how my bloopers and my editing boomerang went here. But here's a roughly 3-minute supercut of us getting through the first couple episodes of Halo.
Let me bring Stone Loki in here, it's been good. Ryan's come up in here. We're going to talk about Halo. It's basically Paramount. It's basically copying, in my opinion, Paramount, like others were going to do. They're doing nothing more than following the Disney Marvel, Disney Star Wars, Disney Plus model of content.
Subverting expectations.
There was not 1 ounce of subversion. I was calling these shots every second of the way as I was watching this. Like I knew exactly what was going to happen. Oh, great. I'm getting more and more sand. Thank you.
More Tatooine. Everything's set in Tatooine.
Is the game this diverse? We have some 500-year future. It's in the middle of nowhere, sand planet. We can call her Miss Mullet.
We've taken characters, places, and content from the story and created our own story, which means this is fan fiction. There's a lot of pew pew in this too. A lot of pew pew pew.
They can't even choreograph CGI.
We've got little things from the game in it because we care, but we don't care about the actual history.
Across from if Snoke were in Dark Crystal.
This is blasphemy to the prophets.
It looks like she's wrapped in a hot pocket.
This is the famous takes off his helmet nonsense. Oh, for love of freaking Pete. Spoiler alert, he never puts it back on. So we have Empire Strikes Back. Yep.
I'm not even
looking. Your eyes on the asteroids.
I'm not even looking where I'm going.
But Loki, it wouldn't have been as exciting for the audience.
By the way, I know we're 500 years in the future. Is anyone thought that maybe we should get this crap off her face? Location where he's going to meet up with not Dave Chappelle.
What's up, Master Chief? And you're like, he doesn't look the same. He doesn't sound the same.
So he's basically Lando Calrissian. I will note, obviously, Miss Mullet has some friends. Here's Redhead Miss Mullet right here.
Apparently, there's a universe where the mullet never went out of style.
It's awful.
What kind of moron wrote this stuff? Like this is just
dumb.
Who let this get through? Like I thought of like,
don't ask questions, Pops. You'll ruin it. And that's exactly what she says. Don't. You're ruining it.
So we have evil guy in Tatooine.
Evil white guy. The only guy I'm rooting for right now. but there's no substance to it. This could be from anything. Nothing about this shot says Halo.
It's a whole lot of talking. There's just a lot of chatty chat nonsense that I just didn't care about.
There was a lot of that checkbox like things of what felt like things we could not allow.
They didn't think it out. They didn't think this out at all, and it shows.
Like it's a sci-fi show by numbers.
There's a problem with this whole show. Nothing happens.
There you go.
Wet naps. She needed wet naps. You can't tell me they don't have freaking wet naps in the 2600s.
I stand by what I said.
Yeah, it was really interesting to get a few of the highlights of stuff that we had said, and it was like, wow, that stuff aged very, very well. That stuff has aged very, very well.
Just hand her a pack of wet naps and let her go. Who is Colonel Sanders? Wet naps. That's what Colonel Sanders is. Wipe that shit off your face.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It was pretty rough. So,
I
Heda Kanoi Sasquatch, you came in the middle of that. So, hail on you, bro. Go ahead.
I just want to congratulate Pops for doing his best to edit out the fact that I could barely say anything because my signal was so damn bad.
Well, listen, it is what it is, but reality is that started our friendship, and the level has only continued to exponentially immerse us in this group of friends that are doing this content creation. And your channel has completely gone bonkers in relative to where it was during that show. That's crazy. It's hard to think that Ryan's where he's at now for a guy who didn't want to do live streams at all. Like he was just, no, I'm never doing that nonsense.
Yeah. Now I have my own show. Yay!
Yeah. So was there anything in there that brought back a fun memory, Loki? Was it just like Halo? Oh gosh, it's so crazy to think of Halo a year or so ago. Ugh.
What a dumpster fire! But we had a lot of fun, and because of that fun, we continued to have fun. So sometimes I guess dumpster fires can be fun when you're sitting around roasting marshmallows, laughing at the fact that it's burning. Oh well.
Halo being crap brought us together. I can't remember much about the show other than the nicknames. Like Ironcaster's right, calling her Miss Mullet and calling her, seaweed wrap and not Dave Chappelle. And obviously I didn't go to episode, I think it was 5 to 7 or so, whatever it was, where Strawberry Spartan becomes Strawberry Spartan. She's my favorite character. That's the spinoff right there, Strawberry Spartan.
Doctor.
Yeah. Autumn Sunrise.
Oh, do you like it, baby? It's called Autumn Sunrise.
Yes.
They gave us a nickname for one of the characters. They called the guy Squirrel.
I was like, well, it doesn't get any better than that nickname. I mean, that's the freaking best. That's a great name right there. Yeah. Bobby's here. He says, I guess bad shows do serve a purpose. Indeed, my friend. Well, we made it work. And the irony was I think because we've all grown to know each other so much more now than where we first got together, it would be even more Mystery Science Theater. I'm not even sure that how we would even have gotten through it. So, and now we've kind of abandoned. I don't even know where we all stand on doing season 2. So, Ironcaster, where are you at on doing season 2? Let's say season 2 is going to premiere in June, and where are you at? Should we do Halo Part 2?
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
awesome. Okay. All right.
Look. So the season 1 was manure that this show grew out of.
That is true.
What more
about you, Loki?
Give us.
What was that?
Season 2. Where are you at on if they greenlit season 2? It's going to premiere in June. Where are you at on your thoughts of we should do season 2 or not?
Burn down Paramount as a studio if they're stupid enough to even spend $1 million on this idiotic franchise and continue a story of Cortana's in Master Chief and suddenly she has a dangler. Then that's it. Done. Finished. Finito. Burn Paramount to the ground. Idiots. Absolute idiots. I can't believe after successfully having a relaunch of Paramount with stuff like Top Gun, they would ever dream of doing anything like a second season of this crap. Almost said a really bad word.
I got you, bro. I understand.
That's how
So,
I feel.
I don't know why it's not crossing StreamYard, so I can't pull that up. But Jedi Bill, thank you for your member chat, your member support. It says thank you, Pops, the awesome content. Appreciate you so much, bro, for supporting us, supporting me, doing stuff. And I got to get you on, Bill. So make sure you connect with me. Let me know what you can do. We'll have you on, and we can do something. I'd love to do a What's Your Story with Bill. That'd be great. So, and Keely Chow rolling up in here. Hey, bro. Hope you're doing all right as well.
The member chats don't ever come up on your
Damn
just
shame.
on YouTube. They never come up on your board.
It seemed like they were before, but now they're not.
Super chats, yes. Not member chats.
Yes, not member chats. Okay, so member chats and the donation doesn't come up at all. I learned that the hard way, where I ignored someone who made a very charitable donation of like 5 memberships, and it didn't show up at all. And the person left by the time I got to it because I didn't even know it was there.
Yep.
So, yeah,
you'll see them. I can see them be added. I can see them added, but that's because I use like a tool that does that for me, that shows me that. But there's no way to see that donation of memberships, just that they've been added. So if you get like multiple ones real quick, you can kind of tell, oh, someone's gifted memberships.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome. Well, thank you again, Bill. It's been great. So it's been a year. This is how things went for us with Halo. It was about 9. I think we did 8 weeks. 1 week we skipped a week or something like that. Anyway, so 8 or 9, 10 weeks. And then we had 1 week in between. I think we did like a collector week. And then it was in June, probably in the middle to late June, and our first Talk Hard, because we had been messaging back and forth. I know I've been picking Loki's brain. Like everyone, Loki and Ironcaster said, I'm on board with sticking around. So we stuck around. We're going to do this. We're going to stay together. And we were having pump up the volume conversations, because we went down the rabbit hole of how much we love the movie. And I kept throwing around the name Talk Hard. That's what stuck. And our first Talk Hard was Tremors. So, yeah, Tremors was our first Talk Hard. And then it was followed with The Thing. Those were our first 2. So the 30th anniversary of Tremors and the 40th anniversary of The Thing. Ironcaster, does it feel like yesterday, or does it seem like far, far ago?
In a way, it almost feels like at times I kind of forget some of the stuff we review, but then like you mention it, and then it does start to kind of flow back. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember taking the extra effort. Like I gotta find a good proper background I can work in here for the show, or getting a chance to bust out like the 4K of it that I had picked up, and getting to like look at all the cool little special features, the little Return to Perfection documentaries. Those were a couple of fun movies to go into. That ultimately I'm glad we went and revisited, because we certainly needed a palate cleanser.
I agree with that. Silicon Dave popped in here. Awesome to see you, brother. Hope you're doing all right. So Loki, a year after Tremors and The Thing, it's sort of like, it's hard to believe it's been a year. Then it also is like, has it already been like, it's just emotionally, when you look at like the timestamp on things, for me, it's kind of a weird thing. What was it like for you to think about that? Maybe.
Well, just look at Pops right now. Okay. So Pops has gone from looking like he's like on a 1980 CRT TV with the grain, to a very clear, 1080p looking picture. That's the change. That's
not funny at all. We're just not doing this.
He's so happy he got new hardware. He's so happy. I completely understand that. I made that jump, and it makes you feel good. It's like, okay, I'm working hard on something. We're building something. It's time for a little upgrade. That's a great feeling, man. That's an absolutely great feeling, and it looks great. The camera looks great. You look, you're kicking it now. You don't look like you're on a CRT TV anymore.
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I got to be honest. As bad as all this looks, I mean, how good can I make it look? So we just do the best we can to keep rolling. I have to give kudos to these AI makers out there throwing me avatars. So listen, I don't even know what software they use or how this works, but Yeah, I have like a whole little loop of them. So I've got the white, and I've got Jor-El. So yeah,
Super Pops.
Super Pops.
Yeah. So no, I thank you so much for that, man. It's been fun, and it was a journey. And again, behind the scenes, I mean, the old computer, I can't even believe it was able to manage what it was able to do, and what a difference it has made. Now I still have issues, so we may have to continue to make some upgrades and changes like that to make this easier. Because the easier this is, the faster and easier it gets to just do anything, whether make one video, live stream, whatever it may be. But I can tell you that it's just been fun to have folks that I can talk to about things, talk to you guys about, sure, we can talk about, what kind of laptop should I look at, but also just personally talk about things. So anyway, Ryan, for you, the year has, been probably the most shockingly crazy. Like, it's just been insane what's happened for you in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a little weird or surreal to think about it's already been a year?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I remember, first starting the Rising Stars series in early March of last year, highlighting fellow creators such as this great guy here, of course, you Pops, you're over there, and later on with Ironcaster, and trying to build this great community of wonderful people. I never thought it would get me to where I am today in a year. And hopefully we can keep on going and keep on growing, as it were. I went from about 300 to where are we at now? 1,477. I've been bleeding out as of late, folks.
Wow.
Channel suppression at its finest. But it's great, and hopefully I can bring fellow creators together through reality-based. Fingers crossed.
All the memberships have pops in them. So you start off as a Funko Pop, and then you kind of move along to different ones. So Gap is bringing up, Super Pop cereal. So it's funny you say that, Gap, because Ironcaster gets credit for finding the famous ad that I didn't even know existed. So this is that ad. Yeah, that's Ironcaster special right there.
Well, actually, there was a whole series of those, so there are many more.
Oh, well, I only have the one, so I have to. I guess I'd have to do some legwork to figure that out. So, Roman's hopping in here. Great to see him. He had a great stream earlier with Zach's over there talking dad stuff, so that's always fun. So, but yeah, Ryan, I couldn't agree more that it's just been crazy to think about a year. Now, Loki, you were really cruising along at a pretty good clip this whole time before we kind of came in and crashed your life. What's it like from your perspective, seeing how different everything has been for the three of us?
It's evolution, man, and we all go through that. I mean, I've been at this for 3 years. Over that, if you count the fact that for a good decade, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't understand. I wasn't pushing in any way, shape, or form to have a YouTube channel. So I had videos up. I had like music videos up. I had some fun stuff, but it just sat there for like a decade. One had I think the lowest one had 10 views. It was just a Star Trek video. It was a Star Trek, music video. And eventually all that got wiped out, and I started chugging along, and Mornings of Mischief became a thing, and Valhalla became an even bigger thing. And when that happens, it's like there's no control. You have the controls are out the window. You go with the flow, and you let it become what it's going to become, and you don't try and control everything. You just let it be what it's going to be, and let it take a life of its own. And it does, and that's exactly what this show has done. This show has taken on a life of its own. It's got its own attitude. It's got its own little quirks, and that's what you want to see. The people that hold on too tight and try and control everything, it's never gonna work like you want it to work. You got to let it breathe and grow in its own way.
Apollonie says she's made to 424 subscribers. Congratulations, in 11 months. Congratulations. Yes. Listen, if you need a daily dose of some fun stuff, man, get a little smile on your face. Just check her out with the puppers, man. It's always
that's right. That's right.
Monkey Jeebus is here, and hey, brother, listen, mark your calendar a week from tomorrow. So it's the first Wednesday. My comic book talk, it's Wednesday, so Comic Book Wednesdays. Tomorrow is Why Is It Great with James Mealy. We talk about comic books, that kind of thing. And then, but next week, Monkey Jeebus had recommended, and I got Roman of the Empire to join me. We talk about Kingdom Come, Marvels, and Earth X. So the Alex Ross type stuff that's done, those comic books. So Roman's on with us then, Monkey Jeebus. You had recommended that. So again, thank you for those recommendations, folks. Keep them coming.
Suggestions are always welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the backbone of my channel, and hopefully it can be the backbone of everyone else's.
Yeah. So speaking of recommendations, now this guy, I don't know that we can even say to be anymore and not think about Ironcaster.
To be or not to be, that is the Ironcaster question.
Yes. So that is where is the image? Who has not made the image of Ironcaster like this, and it just says to be right there, like the logo, and just that's it. This is the show that wrote itself, right? For those of you who don't know, how did we end up on sharks, or letting you decide that we should do a shark movie? Or maybe I just opened the door too much to letting you pick something. How did we get there? Do you remember?
So we had gotten off of a stream one night, and I'm looking around on Twitter, by mistake. I blame Twitter for all of this. And I'm looking around. Hey, what's trending? Tubi is trending. Why is Tubi trending? Oh, because it's Shark Week. And apparently Tubi had decided to counter programming with their own slew of shark films, including a little film that they went and purchased the exclusive rights to, a truly a cinematic masterpiece. One, Shark Side of the Moon.
Shark Side of the Moon. Shark Side of the Moon. Loki, hours. 2 hours we can't get back.
2 hours of our lives we will never get back. They will be put to rest, never recovered. They're MIA. What a schlock. And I seem to remember us talking about schlock, and that's how that all came up. And I was like, oh, Eris loves the Sharknado movies. And there's Shark Side of the Moon. And I'm like, oh no, because I had to actually go see that Dark Side, or not the Dark Side of the Moon, but the Moonfall. What a shit show that was.
Bringing that up, by the way, if you want to see Loki, you can just hear the cringe in his voice anytime she brings up the fact that my Moonfall even exists. I've never watched. I'm not giving any more time to this nonsense.
Wasn't that like one of the last films that came out right before the lockdowns?
I don't remember, but I know that I do remember what Loki's saying. We started talking about schlock. You were talking about Tubi, and then Shark Week and stuff like that. And I said, well, we really haven't let Ironcaster pick. Or maybe he hasn't picked recently, or something like that. And we both agreed, fine, Ironcaster will watch this movie. And we were both like, the absurdity of the dog crap that is Shark Side of the Moon. And the best part is everyone else just piled on about how much worse other stuff is. And you guys are absolutely right. Shark Side of the Moon is a gem compared to some of the other crap that's actually on there. I didn't even make it through Sharks of the Corn. I only made it like 40 minutes, and I'm like, I've had enough of this nonsense. It's way worse.
I was out after 10 minutes.
And first off, you can't even turn on your phone. You can't even rest the phone on Thanksgiving, because the opening scene is just a extreme close up of a woman's boobs, just because she's running through. I'm like, Ironcaster, what have you done to my Tubi universe? Yeah, it was broken. So yeah, Shark Side of the Moon. It was not culture at all.
The thing was, I wasn't even trying to recommend us to watch it. I saw this and I said, I said to myself, this looks like crap. You guys need to look at this trailer. Next thing I know,
recommended it. Loki, don't you remember him recommending it?
I remember.
I walk away, go get some water. I come back and the private chat is suddenly saying, oh yeah, I guess we're gonna pick this now. This is your recommendation. I'm like, wait, what?
That's exactly how I remember it as well. That's exactly what I remember. Ironcaster picked it, and he strong-armed the chat into agreeing with him, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep,
that's what I remember.
But on the plus side, I got an emote out of it.
It is legacy now that we have this.
Hey, how you doing?
It's the best. And there are Sharkcaster emojis out there for you guys. And load it up, bring it on. So, and Jedi Bill is saying he was back from the pop culture therapy. So yeah,
Oh
he's been
God, dude. Okay, so yes, before there was Loki's Mornings of Mischief, it was greetings, programs, and welcome to Pop Culture Therapy. I'm your host, Stan Loki. Welcome, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. And no one was there watching besides Bill. So, and a couple other people. So, yeah.
I watched the
I've
archive
watched it.
just to be
Yes,
sure.
me too. Yeah, well, I've watched it on now. So nothing can go unwatched. So, and Moonfall came out in last year. Yeah. No, I was not watching it after the horrible feedback I got from my brother here after going through all that kind of thing. So looking back at a full year, Loki, of we've had different movies I think that we've really enjoyed revisiting. There's a few where like there's sometimes, we're kind of taking some rotations and some feedback from one another, so not everything is a hit for everybody, that kind of thing. What's a high for you? Like it was not only great to do this movie, I had a blast doing that one.
Probably the Halo, but we had a really good time doing the Tremor stream with what's his name?
The maker,
Ron Underwood.
Yeah, Ron Underwood.
Yeah,
that was really fun. I was giddy. I was like a schoolboy, giddy like a schoolboy. Look, he was giddy to get to ask some questions. So I mean, we've had shit. I think the whole year, man. It's just been there. It's chill. We're chill. Chef kiss.
Yes.
Yeah, or that could be used in another way, like, "Whoa, man, pass it, brah."
We're back to pre-show
Surfer
conversation
boy.
About pizzas showing up at Ironcaster's house.
Pizza, man.
Yeah,
but
man.
It's been we all get along. We sometimes we may disagree, but that doesn't matter because everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I can't think of a chiller place to be on Tuesdays than hanging out in here with you guys. So
yeah, it's a blast. It gets me through. So Olds Gamer has made it. Thank you, brother, for being a supporter and a member and a recommender. Tons of stuff came via Olds Gamer. So Daniel as well, also a great friend. It's awesome. So
I have a gift from Pat S.
All right, Monkey Jeep is very cool.
So I've got to like get a table or something in here set up, but supposedly it is I've got it in hand. There may be some gum in there. I don't know. I'll have to ask Pat, but it is a card pack of Star Trek. I think it's from the motion picture, guys.
Oh, it's 78, man.
I don't know. I don't know what I haven't like put a put a thing over it and looked at everything yet, but yeah, it's a pack of cards. So if there's gum in there, holy crap. I might just send it to Pops and have him do it. I don't know, but he did send me that and be like, let Pops and Ironcaster know. And of course I'm slow lately. There's been so much going on. So
I still have the envelope that Pops gave me in regards to the gift that he gave me, and I believe a few others as well.
Shipping UK shipped gum. Holy crap, yeah. Pops.
I shipped the I didn't ship him just the gum. He had to wait actually like an extra month. Yes. I put together a Christmas present. I put together the stuff that he won on stream. I made sure I had our stickers and stuff by then. So I think I gave him a set of stickers. So I wanted to make sure Ryan was treated with as much red carpet as I could to ship across the ocean. But yes, the one pack did have gum in it. So he did have his gum. As far as I know, he never chewed the gum. As far as I know.
No. I'm going to wait until I'm Pops' age to try it out.
That's right. Make sure it'll be like 100 years old by then. It'll be like some sort of insanity. So, yeah.
So coming off of this.
Yes, it was. So yeah, since we're on the gum, it's only fair for those of you who don't know, which we've played this several times. So I don't know how any of you don't know, but we had a stream. I gave away some wax packs. I have a lot of wax packs behind me that were old. They're from like the 70s and 80s in particular. And Padawannabe said, I want to come on the stream and I want to open my pack. I'm like, cool. All right. So that was literally all he said. It's a Return of the Jedi packs of 1983. We bring him on. And this is how it closes out. He shows all the cards, and he has the gum in there. And then this is what happens.
Okay. So I stacked all the pieces here. We're gonna.
Oh, he went for the hardcore. I wish I could see Loki's face.
Wow.
Padawannabe is the
Dude.
boss.
You're the boss, brother.
You're the boss. We are clipping this. This will be a new clip.
It's like dusty pop rocks with no pop.
Pop rocks with no pop. Holy cow.
There's no way that's gum anymore.
It's just no taste at all.
There's no. It still tasted like chewing gum, but there's.
No, you're a soldier, brother.
It just turns to dust. There's no.
All I can say to that is,
not staying.
Wow. Yeah, that was something. And I don't have the clip loaded of Ironcaster, who followed suit and then chased it with some Taco Bell sauce that was on the desk. So that's pretty frightening as well.
It was all I had available.
It's amazing. So before the computer, I had kind of had these all lumped together. I was going to make a little super cut of them. So I'm going to finish that. I was on a different stream. I don't know who was there or not there. I did the pack of gum. I did the cards that were, it was from Black Hole.
Oh.
So my gum was actually older than everyone else's gum, by the way. I had some Dr. Pepper with mine because it's pretty rough. Then Daryl trumped us all because he got 2 packs of Batman 89. And he did both packs of gum. His chewing of the gum, if you want to call it chewing, went on for like 20 minutes. It's insane. Daryl's a monster. Like, I couldn't believe this actually happened. So yes, the Padawannabe challenge was born out of Talk Hard as well, which has become crazy. Scheduling issues and family stuff had come up, or I would already have had Arwen, who's on the hook of doing it, agreed to do it. So she will be doing that as well. So that's coming. So, and Jedi Bill, I don't know if you've seen that or not, brother, but yeah, it was up. It was very unexpected. We did not plan that at all. That was him. Ironcaster's been on me when we opened, I think it was the 1980s football gum, and we were popping it and we're having a joke about eating it, but it was like, it's so rock hard you can't really chew it. But I will say it just sort of dissolves. It just kind of melts like a candy would.
It's not so much a gum as it is a paste.
Oh, it's definitely not a gum. I don't know that it's even a paste. It's almost like a dissolvable, almost like a Tums or something would be. Like, it's just something that it's just like that. It's just, pretty gross.
Like a Thanos snap.
Maybe. I wish it went that fast. It would have been a lot easier. So, Monkey Jeebus has got some Superman 3 and Ninja Turtles 3 cards. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we can go through the cards that I have on the shelf. We could do that. I have a very special set of cards to show Loki. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're
really?
Yes, indeed. However, I'm sort of trapped because I thought this would be the pack of gum that I could get him to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got another pack of gum, so I'm not sure. If I send him these cards, I don't know that he'll open them. So, you guys want to say, have I intrigued you enough?
I won't eat the gum. I'm just telling you that right now. There is no amount of money in this world that's going to have me eat that gum.
It's going to make you laugh.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How did you find that?
Come on, please. It's me. So, you know how it is. It's like, I got to be honest. If I had more money, it'd be even more dangerous. Like, I would not be allowed near flea markets and places. My wife would be like, no. But it's.
I imagine you'd have like cargo pants just full of little like knickknacks you just keep picking up.
Yeah, if I had that if I had like the wad of cash, because this stuff you can just find at these kind of places. People are like, look, I've had this thing for like 20 years. If you want to give me $1 for it, take it. Like, you can just find stuff like crazy. Yes, exactly. Like, you'd have to be patient. You can go to, yes, there's eBay and places like that, which is true, which you could pay a little fair amount of prices. It's not like it's super expensive or anything like that. So
I've got something for you if you would
Look
like
at
a
the
little.
Jedi Bill's volunteer.
Oh yeah,
So,
he'll do it.
Bill listen.
ate a toilet seat once. He'll eat anything.
How do you
Bill
eat
ate a
toilet
toilet seat. You.
That would be a
If
great
that's still on your
story.
channel, Bill. If that's still on your channel, I got to find that video, Bill. We gotta find that. So that's funny. So, but I want to have Bill on to do a watch your story, but we can do a Padawan challenge clip especially if he already has gum. If not, I'll have to mail you some. So, and Gap, thank you very much. Love the trading card. I haven't done one in a while, so I need to plan to do that in April. I need to do one of the things I do on a stream. The scheduling in March was completely wackadoo, and then I had computer issues that led up to that. So now things are kind of normalizing. I think we're doing okay. Oh, yes. This is gold.
I didn't know it was just going to bring it up right away.
Yes, I had this in there. I didn't get to this. So this was Loki surprising me, and I think I might have peed a little bit laughing because it was very unexpected that he put this together like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to play?
I saved a copy of this.
Yeah,
Every
play
time
like
I feel sad.
Yes.
Anytime I feel sad, I just play this.
And I think we watched it just like this, and I'm just crying, laughing. And they tried to copyright flag us, and I'm like, no. That's me laughing over it. You do not get the copyright flags. And I think that, you know how you have that paragraph in your there's a box for you to dispute with. And I put in there, I am literally laughing over this clip that is paused. Like, I'm like, no, we are not taking claims and hits for this. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so
Asian Ray. That's what I called her. Asian Ray.
This mullet's tantrum is gold. We should do like a music challenge and try to put this clip to other music and what it feels like. Yeah.
I just wanted something sad.
It's perfect. It's like this sad soap opera music. It's fantastic.
I know there's like where she's like, wow.
Yes.
Oh my God. Just slow it down. We'll slow it down.
Oh, it was so much fun. The show never stopped giving. Wonder if we should, if it wasn't so much footage, almost like we could do a super cut of the footage to kind of catch everybody up on all the nicknames, like what really happened in Halo, the Talk Hard version. Like it's the Talk Hard clip. It's like here's our version of what actually happened, and it's like, you know, Miss Mullet met not Dave Chappelle. They went back to the same planet, so basically Miss Mullet is left right exactly back where she is on not Tatooine.
Hot Pocket put her Hot Pocket into Master Chief.
Right. Yes, and then she got Dr. to get with Karen Tana to get her implanted inside John's head because he's not Master Chief. Yes, it was that kind of.
They went on the saddest monorail ride.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Nas is here. Hey, brother. Thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for always being a fan and supporter and just making me laugh too, man, making me smile. So
that was the video, though. That was the video I didn't think I had. So that was on my. Someone just messaged me. It was like, dude, it's on your Google Drive. I just watched it. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't. All right. That's awesome. So it's on my Google Drive.
Yeah, that was fun. And I got to be honest, because of Talk Hard, and I think this is another thing that happened too. And Chris, I don't think Chris has been here. If Chris, you're out there, say hello, Chris. I knew you were there. Well, Stephen Ransom's here. Hey, buddy. Sorry, this is Stephen Walton.
Stephen Walton.
Yeah. Project Cambion as well. Awesome. Chris isn't here, but I don't know what we were talking about or how it said it. Maybe I was talking about something I was going to do, but I just said I wanted to have this, and this just shows up. And we just do things. I'm like, what is happening? That was because of Talk Hard. Talk Hard started down this rabbit hole of this is kind of how things would happen. So that's how we ended up with the Ironcaster emoji, and we ended up with, I don't have Loki Zardos pulled up, but Loki Zardos is out there.
God help me, no.
Oh my gosh, it was brilliant, beautiful. We ended up with the Talk Hard Phantom Zone image. That was also part of this. So that was been fun. Yes, we're all frozen in the Phantom Zone.
Mhm.
So Ironcaster, has been a certain high for you, like one in particular, an episode or moment. You're like, this was just the gold. This was this is the best for me.
I mean,
I think for me, Loki got me to watch Santa's Sleigh, which made me. I have to be honest. It's on like a regular cycle now. Like I hadn't even remotely considered rewatching this movie. Like it just was not on my radar screen, and now it's like, oh, this was freaking blast. This movie was a blast.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
And then he kills Chris Kattan.
Oh yeah, and James Caan, God rest his soul.
And that Viking sleigh is freaking great, man. Oh, so
yeah,
good. So
knocks
great.
that car off the road. He's like, "Move, yo, bitch!"
Yep.
Actually, I think one of the things I was happy to finally get to do this year was get you to watch that The Gamers last week at Pops.
Oh, The Darkness Rising. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that I've held as one of my all-time favorite movies because it kind of comes from a little more independent place of some people making a movie out of love for a hobby.
And for any of you who have not seen Darkness Rising, because it is free on YouTube, it is actually got a sweet little story kind of mixed in there. It actually is like story arcs, which is, kind of a lost art in these days with people who are getting paid to do this, let alone to find these little, fan-made film of just passion projects, and you have this little writer story arc, and I thought that was really awesome. So I'm really happy that I watched it, and I appreciate the recommend. I'll watch things. So
see, I don't only recommend bad movies.
Nas is bringing up Sharks to the Corn. Yeah, I didn't last very long. Sharks to the Corn was rough. I think Sharks to the Corn was less. I think that may have been. That may have broke me. That may have been less or about the same as 355. There were two movies that I didn't make it all the way through. So yeah, Vince is here as well. Hopefully you're doing all right, brother. Great to see you, man. Thank you so much. So, is about to teach us the crane kick with that headband. Yes, he's rocking the headband. He's got a little Karate Kid going on there. Yeah,
sweep the legs.
That's good. That's good. I would say that it's been fun, like I said, to see Ryan become a professional live streamer now. I wanted to know, Ryan, have we gotten any closer to at least like the Ryan Roger Athe merch store, like all of the catchphrase? He's like a catchphrase machine, and yet I don't think he's done anything with that.
No, not financially speaking. Getting across the barrier, folks, from simple content creator to creator enterprise is going to be far more difficult for me than it is for fellow creators because I'm not a businessman. Every time I've tried to finagle a business venture, I've always had my ass handed to me, so to speak, especially in my younger years. But excuse me, I do come up with plenty of catchphrases, the most famous of which is keep on going and keep on growing, and you'll go far as a rising star, especially this guy. If this guy was as consistent as Pops or Loki or myself, Ironcaster would be more prominent than the three of us put together, in my view.
Ryan, there's three letters that will solve your problem. C, P, A, or in my case, MIM, Mexican Iron Man. You need a CPA, dude. You need someone that sets up your business for you that says, okay, go and create. I'll handle the paperwork. That's what you need. And that's what you need to go. That's what you need to find is someone that's like, yep, I will do the paperwork for you. And you just go out and create. And there you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, get a CPA, brother. There's plenty of them in the fandom.
I'm going to find a CPA. I'm just writing that down.
Cannoli, I'm with you, man. I'd buy a Ryan shirt. I want like a bumper sticker. I was a rising star. I hope to go far. Something like that. Yeah.
We've got bumper stickers in Valhalla. It says, eat my ass.
That's how you transition on this show, baby. That's how you transition. That's a segue like none other.
Transition.
Yes. That's Ryan's favorite topic, it seems. Figure out how to get himself banned on YouTube if he can.
Yes. Especially with that community. Oh.
Ryan, I know you're not like on Talk Hard regularly. I wanted you here because you were part of where it all kind of started a year ago and that kind of thing. But is there a Talk Hard or a Tuesday night memory or a show or anything like that that kind of stands out to you?
Oh, definitely The Thing, because for me that is an iconic film that was released in exactly the wrong time for it to be profitable. But just not only seeing your adoration for it, guys, but to see the reactions of other fellow creators to that film, it's a classic that hopefully will have a reputation that lasts for all of our lifetimes. I really did enjoy that show. But it's hard for me to nail down days and times. I'm with Loki every Friday. I'm with Hypnotic every Saturday. I'd love to be back on Talk Hard, especially if I learn about films that I'd never encountered before. But I like to keep my schedule open, and maybe I'll put a rocket on the parachute and come back on the plane, so to speak.
Well, it's been awesome. I'm glad we're able to do this and have you with us, because I think it was really fun to have you as part of that early moment, and then to see what's happened with you and your channel. You're not even, it's like it's apples and oranges with your demeanor and how you handled things and what's happened with you. So it's amazing. So we've met a lot of fun people and done a lot of cool stuff. This chat's been amazing. You guys are amazing, that kind of thing. So I would say the one thing that I also would like to hang my hat on was the fact that we ended up doing The Crow, this guy's birthday, which I thought was just, it was right around his birthday, and it was like it's part of his like rituals because of his birthday, when it takes place, all those kinds of things. Is that kind of also like a surreal thing, Loki, when you get to do something like that? Because it seems like a weird YouTube thing. Like, man, that's got to be freaking cool.
I opened a $200 album just for that stream. So I've got this. There's two Crow albums. There's like the regular soundtrack, and then there's the score. Well, there's a very rare score, an album of the score that's got, it's like a clear vinyl with red fire, and it's supposed to be like the Fire Crow from the movie. And opening that $200, I mean, this $200 album, you're just like, you know what, just because we're covering this movie, screw it. I love doing stuff like that. I loved watching that movie with you guys. That's it's a yearly movie for me, because my birthday's right there. So it's my birthday is on Devil's Night. So
yep, it was awesome. Ruben Christopher Haynes is here. Glad to see you, brother. Always love you guys, man. It's always great to see you and have you hang out with us, man. ZBR, Andy, brother, awesome, man. Thanks.
What is up, ZBR?
Yes.
Hello.
Reality-based main mod, ladies and gentlemen. The zombie himself.
Oh, Zombie's so good. So amazing. Can't wait to get to know Zombie more, and hopefully be able to get him on here, and maybe get on with him, that kind of thing. So, an awesome one as well is here. Awesome. Yeah, I know. Ancient Pops. I know. 1 year old. I know. And it's like, it's been a crazy ride because for me, it was like, I had already been doing stuff for so long. I had already dabbled with content, and it was like, all right, well, I'm going to do just Pops. I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but I'm going to do some stuff. I knew StreamYard would allow you to stream. Didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to stream. Knew that I enjoyed more older stuff than new stuff. Wasn't quite sure how that was going to operate. I knew of people's content, but I'm not going to pretend that I understood the dynamic of like how the chats work and the pool of people that are like regulars and how supportive everybody was. Because I wasn't sure. You know, I'm an old guy. I've been doing this for a while. I'm really not into drama and whatever. I I don't even. I got to be honest. I'm more oblivious to a lot of it. I'll hear somebody in chat or see something, and I'm like, I have no idea what it is, and I'm not going to look it up. Don't even care. So, I will say that it was weird ending up down the Indian cinema rabbit hole. You know what I mean? Because it was like I just did it because it was a movie. We were going to talk about that movie on a stream, so I watched it. It's like, well, let me just do a review. Next thing you know, that was crazy for me, and I had more recommendations I knew what to do with. And of course, that led me to recommend the movie because I'm like, wow, this is really good, and it's like a fire, man. Everybody wants to talk about it. It wasn't like, oh, do this and get traffic. It's like, well, everybody wants to talk about it. If you haven't seen it and you want to see something good anyway, here you go. So that's kind of how I got that. That's how I approached it to Ironcaster. So
it's kind of interesting that looking back on it, that's some of the stuff we were doing a year ago. It feels like it's so much longer ago. Like a year in internet terms is like an eternity. That it's like, oh, that's right. We did do that last year. I'm starting to kind of reminisce and flashback over, the bits or the movies we watched, or kind of being reminded that, oh wow, that's right. How kind of big RRR was, and how for like 2 months straight everyone was talking about this movie. It was just this kind of slowly building wave of a movie that was getting everyone's attention.
Yeah, Loki hasn't really talked about it too much.
Oh, the RRR stuff, big dick energy. Clip that. Big dick energy. Why? Because that's what RRR is. That is the entire movie summed up in one sentence, is 3 words, big dick energy. Yeah, RRR just, you when you see a guy like with a machine gun swinging on a rope with like camels underneath him and all kinds of crazy crap going on, cars flying by him and buildings exploding. These people do not play around when they're like, we build action movie. Yes, give us an action movie. Give us more action movies and do a song in the middle of it. Stop everything and be like, what would the world be without action movies? Da, 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 da. Just do a whole song and dance with explosions and death and destruction. And that is the energy you're getting out of that type of cinema. So hell yes, I love it.
I got to show you, if you haven't ever seen it, the KGF scene where the guy, he has, I don't even know what kind of machine gun this is. You guys will know. They set it up with the tripods and he mows down this police station, and then he leans forward and lights his cigarette on the smoking hot barrel. It's so he is swinging boss, man. Let me tell you what, KGF is, because more like it's set like in a modern time. But yeah, their movies are so much like that. The toxic males, the concept of treating women as like being super sexy and smoking hot, but also with like dignity and respect. Like it's so different and interesting. So yeah, my channel is still a massive percentage of Indian viewers, and the quantity of views and interactions, stuff like that. That stuff's also a large part of things. So definitely been part of this whole thing. So I'm not going to just make a video. I'm standing up and I will sing love and freedom. Yes, brother. Yes. And yeah, Vince, time flies. We definitely have. So, and Dave Bob did get a chance to see JW4. So love to hear what Dave Bob has to think and say about that. So I think I'm going to do a video on my hot takes. I'm going to do some video. I think I'm going to do a video on that. So I liked RR until the breakout scene and after, and it moved from somewhat realistic to supernatural, threw my mind into overload. Yeah, if you watch any of my reviews, it is one of the hardest things I keep saying is that this superhero type thing that they go for. And it's like you don't really know. Everything appears to be pretty normal, and then they'll punch a guy and he'll fly 20 feet, and you're like, I don't understand what's happening. In their
Indian cinema, they throw all sorts of genres together because they want bang for their buck. It's literally throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. It's like a film version of what I try to do. Just throw this at the audience and that, and hopefully people will watch.
Yeah, it definitely is different. I will say that it's also different to see it sort of it's under one roof. Like it's one film. So I will say with RRR, the one thing about it is they had a party sequence, and that's how they integrated the song and the dance into their story. So it actually moves a lot more fluid. Of course, when the one guy's being tortured, there's a scene they singing, right? It works really well, but it also is sort of like just different. It's like not what everybody in America would be used to, that kind of thing. So we also skipped over talking about, I think one of our best streams as far as I don't even know about the numbers because I know that it was one of our talk cards that I had the best time at, and that was Wrath of Khan. Yeah, when we did Wrath of Khan, it was I just loved. I've listened to that again, and that's a really hot one. That's a really good one.
Buried alive.
Buried alive.
Buried alive. Loki. Oh my god, dude! He actually
I did do that. So let me run down some of the list of some of the things that we did. So, Terror in the Prairie. I made them watch The Lost City because the guys were hired to do a Master of the Universe movie, but I made them suffer through that horrible Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum comedy.
God, why did you remind me of that? I'm never getting those hours of my life back. I had wiped every memory of that out, and then you bring that up, that stupid movie with Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock. Oh, dude, and he's not even dead. He's alive with his brains blown out the other end at the end of the movie. He's not even dead. It's so stupid.
He's just wearing a bandana.
Yeah, I just put a bandana over it. I'll be fine. Gunshot to the head. I'll just throw a bandana.
Well, one of the things I think was kind of that still stand out to me is when we did watch Trouble on the Prairie. The three of us had walked away with sort of a different take on it than what seemingly everyone else in sort of this little circle of the internet had. That it was getting like a lot of praise from everyone as being like this amazing film. It's like it was just kind of okay. It had problems.
Yeah,
it just shows how far standards have gone down, Ironcaster, in recent years, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Awesome One says he's going to scream Khan every time Ryan is on Steven's show because he acts like a small happy child. Yes. Not afraid to say on Master of the Universe. No, it's fine. I'm with you, Vince. We're good. There's no shame there. So, we did Prey, which we again had a lot of interesting conversation and back and forth on that.
Talk about a divisive film, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. After that, we did we had a comic book stream. We did Shark Side of the Moon, which we talked about. Johnny Dangerously, Blazing Saddles.
Oh, that's right.
Big Trouble in Little China. We did Dread, Army of Darkness, Sleepy Hollow, Fifth Element, Son of a Woman. That's where the Padawan challenge landed. Fat Man. We did a tribute one to the Rankin and Bass Christmas specials. We did Best of Talk Hard, J.K. Simmons, Betty White, Nick Cage, and Christian Bale tributes. And then since then, we've done Groundhog Day, Dark City. I made Loki Watch UHF. And then Cloak and Dagger and 300. And then we had D&D night. So it's a very eclectic versions of films. Like it's not like we're just genre specific or anything like that, which is kind of what I wanted to do if we were going to continue to persevere, is like purposely try to make sure we mix things up a little bit. So
you need a bit of everything when it comes to cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Although you should do a tribute stream to Steven Seagal, because there's one great action star right there.
Oh my gosh.
And you should bring on Fat Steven Seagal as a special guest.
Oh boy.
We'll just spend the whole episode asking him about his time on the sets of these.
Yeah, we'll just treat Steven as though he's Steven and just play it straight. Like we don't understand what his responses are when he's like, "No, I'm not him. I'm Fat Steven." I'm like, I don't understand why you call yourself fat. Like that's okay. We're not trying to fat shame you. We're just trying to find out what it was like on the set of this movie. Like, why are you talking about what was it like? So, Low Spec is here, hanging out. Dave Bob's dropping some love there from Nick Cage. Dark City reference, yeah. Let's see. Ryan likes to troll on other streams. Yes, indeed he does. Yes,
My
indeed he does.
hairline is under siege based on Steven's my waistline is under siege. So,
Wow.
Oof.
Mrs. Pop still doesn't totally believe that he's only 23.
I
She's
am
still
20.
sort of like, I think he might be messing with this. Do you
I
ever?
thought you were
do know?
24. I thought you said you were 24.
I will be 24 on the 22nd of June,
In June,
2023.
Well,
Huh.
see, based on the mustache, I thought you'd be like 33 and you'd be an accountant.
I do specialize in administration, yet
I could've
so many
sworn.
of my business ventures go under.
Is anybody
could've
just
swore
waiting for him to
someone-
like peel it off? Like he just goes like this and just this. Just the mustache and the beard all comes off, and it's like just a big freaking mission.
Take that
Impossible
ridiculous thing off.
Unfortunately, I
Are you a
cannot do
Jeff?
that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I could have swore, Ryan, you said you were 24, but this was months and months ago, so maybe. I don't know. I swear you said you were 24.
well, I will be in June, late June.
Oh.
ZBR likes to. So Ryan likes to troll. So ZBR trolls Ryan. See, it's all about love here. It's all about the love. It is a lot of love.
Zombie picks on me because I believe that Mandy Summers was transgender.
It is hysterical. I don't understand
I'm-
why that's super
And-
super funny to us.
Hence the saying, I can't tell the difference between a man or a woman anymore because of that. So,
Wait,
Isn't
wait.
Mandy Summers, like the comic book.
yes.
But
you
it was
think
like
she
quick
used to
glance
be
stuff.
a dude.
No, it was just yeah.
Her
It was-
of all people, Ryan.
I don't think he got to see a full photo of that when he was making that assessment. I think is what happened. But yes,
Hey,
he did make that
hey,
blunder.
Pops, can you put the Monkey Jeebus comment back up for a second?
Oh. No, it's not a mask. It's not a mask.
Wow! Holy
I-
cow!
I want that hairline. Give me that hairline.
I think you should just get a fake Oscar and just walk around and pretend that you're Peter Jackson's son and then you stole the Oscar and just people will be like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my dad. It's my dad." Oh my gosh. That's not even a face swap that'll work. It just won't even be like there's no change here. There's no
Well, the
change.
last time you tried to have me speak, it came from my eyebrows. So,
But the man and Mandy. I see what you did there, Vince. So what else so what else is like really different? I think the biggest thing is that we are also, I think, pretty laid back to our approach. Whereas early on, it was kind of like we didn't know exactly how this was going to go and play out. We're having some fun and enjoying each other's company and that kind of thing. Now it's kind of like we're really friends, and it's really more. I think it's really, really more of like who we really are. Like I think you really are just like we're just three guys hanging out and doing stuff. And we've talked about bringing in a fourth, like you said, Ryan. But I want to make sure I don't. I tend to ramble on as it is, and I want to make sure Ironcaster and Loki have their chance to say their fair piece. And
that's understandable. That's understandable.
Yeah. Talk Hard 2023/2024. Loki, what are your thoughts on how to move forward? What are some of the things you think we should talk about, do, or not ever do again besides Shark Side of the Moon?
I can't believe we haven't talked about John Wick 4 yet. Everybody here seen it? You seen it, Ironcaster?
I haven't seen 4 yet.
Go see 4. Then we'll all talk about it. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, movies, man. Movies, entertainment, man. We've got to talk about entertainment, man. It's like mandatory, man. No, movies and TV, and I mean, shit. Have a good time. You keep having a good time. Like I said before, don't squeeze it so much you complicate something, or you can't. It doesn't get a chance to breathe and grow. You just let the horse run and see where it goes, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of looking at the stuff coming up. I mean, just the box office alone. You got stuff like Mario coming up next weekend. You have Nicolas Cage, Renfield. You've got John Wick 4 out. It's actually a really good month for movies. And then there's a lot of, I'm sure there's a lot of other sleeper hits coming that we don't even know where coming up yet, like June 2.
Or bombs that are coming out.
Yeah, bombs. Yeah. Awesome one. Thank you so much. That's my my hot take video. I'm gonna do a full John Wick like thing and kind of throw my hot takes around, I guess, because people are so. Old Gamer, my friend, you won this, and I'm glad you're enjoying them, man. I'm glad you're enjoying them. They're so much fun. So, keep the panel smaller. F&T, for example, got too big. Everyone's talking over each other. I agree. I don't know that I really want to go above 6, even when I do like a member stream and stuff like that, because I try to like. It's just it's a lot to just kind of manage in some ways. Really,
careful balance. There are advantages and disadvantages for each setup, in my view.
Talk about Gator the puppet. What are these guys talking about? What's Gator the puppet?
Gator from the Cotton Connection. Gator.
Oh, okay, got it.
No Dab's crew.
I misunderstood what. Oh boy, here we go. We've gone puppets.
Is that a Goomba?
It's a Goomba.
Yeah, that's Shiitake.
Oh.
He stays here.
A Goomba.
Oh, jeez, you guys are crazy. No, I agree. It's about different kinds of movies and things that people are talking about and that we enjoy, and just kind of like I said, like Loki said, just hanging out. Like if we were to get together, at a restaurant or a bar or whatever we do. Back when I go to a bar, then that's what we do. We talk about. So yeah.
And seriously, as a creator, I really enjoy this. Why? Because number one, I don't have to plan any shit thing. Pops does that. Number two, I don't have to set anything up. Why? Because Pops does that. 3, these guys are absolutely awesome to hang out with each week and come back and BS and talk about fun stuff. And it's chill. So when when you're like, man, I got this going on over here and I got this going on over here, I've got a free day on Tuesday night. I'm gonna chill out here. I'm gonna hang out for an hour and a half and talk about movies or Halo or something and have a good time.
Yeah, I am kind of dreading Halo coming back only because it's just like it's like a lot. Like, I don't know if I can handle 2.5 months of Halo. Like that's just brutal to think about.
I think
pocket.
It makes all the good stuff we watch that much better by comparison. Not that those movies necessarily need us to like watch crap to make them good by comparison, but it definitely makes you like appreciate actual cinema.
This is what works. This is what doesn't. That's why I can't wait for 2.5 months of Hot Pocket, not Dave Chappelle, John. Don't you want to have an adventure with John with Cortana in his head? And that's what really makes Master Chief Master Chief.
Don't forget about Mullet, because that's how the show's gonna end. Master Chief's about to die, Cortana is about to die, and you're gonna hear Mullet's gonna dive in and shoot everything up and save the day and go out in a blaze of glory, and Master Chief's gonna be like, she inspired me to be the one I am today. Without her, I wouldn't be the Master Chief. And you're gonna be like, wow, what a shit show.
Oh, it's this every element about it is just bad. So,
and then you're gonna see her ghost. You're gonna see her ghost go, shut up, you're ruining it.
That's what you should call it. Hell no. Not Halo, hell no. Dave Bob has a point. Season 2 of Hell No, people.
Cornelia, I'll keep you posted if I'm able to do a Friday or a Monday, technically. Do a Monday show too. If I ever, we are running opposites, so Comedy Hour died. Oh man. Yeah. So, all right, so we can talk about some of the stuff we're doing. I can tell you this is what's happening, and I don't know exactly what this means for a video or what I will do with this, or maybe I'll do nothing and just enjoy it for the sake of what it is. But once I talk about the show, I actually found a clip of one of the things that happens, and it's so offensive. It's shockingly offensive. Like, oh, holy cow, I can't believe this happened. There's I don't know, Ryan, you're really young. I'm not sure you'll know. Ironcaster might be even way before you. There's a TV show, and I believe it's on Tubi. I'll pull it up while I'm looking, making sure I got the right one, because Mrs. Pops and I found it. This is what we've been binge watching to entertain ourselves. We've been watching. I wish I could see Loki's face when I bring things up like this. This is a comedy show that was on in the 70s. Yeah, it's on Tubi. And I never watched it when it first came out. It was on reruns, and it would air at like 11:30 at night. And during the summer, I could stay up late. So I would stay up to like 2 a.m. because that's when I would watch, that's when the Metal Ball was on MTV. All the stuff, you had to stay up late. It was Soap. Anybody know what Soap is?
No, I'm 23.
I don't even think I know what you're talking about.
Soap is a parody and satire of soap operas. Soap operas were massive during that time, right? All the stuff you can think about. Every woman that was home, they'd be able to talk about how they got to watch their stories, whether it be Guiding Light, Days of Our Lives, all this kind of stuff. So this lady pitched this show, and it centers around 2 women and their families. Everyone is sleeping with somebody who's sleeping with somebody, and they make racist jokes. They have Billy Crystal is the first gay character. He wants to be a trans character because he wants to change. He's dating like a football player. They bring in the other lost son, and it's a guy, and he has a mannequin. This show is unhinged. It was offensive then. It was uncomfortable then. It's so insane. And the best part is there's a recap, like a narration. It's so cheesily done, but it also holds up so well because they do like a recap, like previously on Soap, this is what happened. So you didn't have to watch them in order. It would always catch you up whenever I watch them at night. And it was on Tubi. I'm like, oh, well, it's on Tubi. Well, and I can't tell you how I've laughed. It's inappropriate laugh. Like you shouldn't find, I don't know. It's so great.
Well, I started looking this up, but
have to know Soap. Jedi Bill, you're with me. Yes. Jedi Bill knows this show it's insane. And yes, awesome when it is silly, but it's silly also like to be inoffensive. Like it's purposely trying to do things right.
Oh, this show is right up my alley. I love offensive comedy.
You have to remember, this is like PG. This was on television. This isn't like something that has been dumbed down or anything like that. No, this is actually what aired. It was offensive to them back then. I don't even know how they got through. I mean, they make the amount of it should be a drinking game how many times they use the word fruit to discuss Billy Crystal's character. It should be I mean, like they purposely find ways to do it. The racist comments by Benson, it's insane. The show is crazy.
So I was looking this up on Tubi because you mentioned it, and the second thing that pops up is a show called Dropping the Soap.
I'm not watching that.
Oh my!
I'm drawing the line on your Tubi. Do your own channel. No.
Behind the scenes of a failing soap opera, the cast and crew desperately try to hold it together.
Soap on a Rope, season 3.
Hey Scott, I'm glad you made it, man. Scott said I'm watching Allo on Prime. Hello. Okay.
Hello, Hamora. That's how it's pronounced, Pops.
CBR Soap, man. It's crazy, and it's crazy silly, like it's done in the 70s. But think about one of the shows that kind of like did that stuff for the first time. So. Guiding Light with Mom. Yeah, every day. There was like, quote, I got to watch my stories. It was like, oh, gosh. And that's why as a kid, most of us watched this stuff on these little tiny TVs because Mom, they would have the real TV occupied. You weren't allowed to be in there when the soaps and stuff were on. They'd occupy the big televisions, these giant table console things, whatever. You'd have to go deal with these little, most of ours were black and white. They were smaller. And that's how you'd watch these shows. It's like you couldn't get to watch the big TV.
They called them mobile televisions back then.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, even for me growing up, it was my mom's. It was the same way. You gotta watch 90210.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I had to put up with I had to put up with Young and the Restless and Victor Newman or Victor.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Victor.
Yes,
and
Victor
Jack.
never dies.
Victor never dies. Victor died. He drove his car off a cliff and it exploded on the shore. And then like he wakes up at a farm in Kansas, 100 miles or 1,000 miles away from where he drove his car off the cliff, and he's with a blind woman. And yeah, I had to deal with that on a summer. Oh, yeah, that was great. We traveled a lot, so I didn't have to usually deal with that for a summer. But there was a summer where we didn't. And it was like, oh my God, she's watching Young and the Restless again. It's Wednesday. Oh my God, I know, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. They watch all of them. They'd have a certain channel that they watch, and they'd watch all 3 soaps on that channel. So this show mocked all of that. And it was like, how absurd could they go? Like, so the mother and the daughter are both taking tennis lessons, but they're not really taking lessons. They're boinking the tennis pro. So it's about how they're trying to, put that situation through the most ridiculousness of one walking in one door, one walking out the other door, and all those kinds of things. So yeah, it's absurd. So that's part of what I'm working on behind the scenes with in addition to all the other normal Pops content, Saturday morning cartoons, all that fun stuff. So with that, Loki, besides the morning show, which is rocking and rolling, by the way, I can't wait for YouTube Talk tomorrow. What else is going on with you, brother?
Well, we've got the Comic Book Roundtable coming up with that crazy clobbering time, and our good friend 24/7 Fusion, who likes to blow everything up. That should be fun. Me and Clobby just did a stream last night about Crisis on 2 Earths and got into some Star Trek talk. You want to talk Star Trek, Star Trek War? Watch the last 45 minutes of that stream. Me and Clobby butt heads like raging bulls, and neither one of us gives. But it was a good talk, and at the end of the day, we're brothers, and we just disagree on some Star Trek stuff. I still love him; he still loves me. We're still great buds. But a great conversation, a heated conversation, but a great conversation. So if you guys are subscribed to Clobbering Times, go and check out his show from last night, Crisis on 2 Earths. Had a really good talk about that, and then Star Trek, man. And it wasn't even about Picard. It was about Dave Bob. It was about Gene Roddenberry and what Can you make a show with all of Gene's vision and ideas without Gene? So,
Gap, you're bringing up Dallas and Knots Landing. That was like prime time soap. So that's a different set of soaps. So when I say soap, I meant like the daytime soaps,
afternoon
like
soap.
General Hospital, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, Guiding Light, all that kind of stuff, right? So that's all that. So, listen, 90210 was huge, awesome one. There is no shame in watching 90210. Now, rewatching it and enjoying it now, I might give you a little bit of shame, but
I think it was before my time, folks. Is that a phone number?
It's a zip code, my friend.
Oh.
Yes.
It's what you put on the post when you mail stuff. It's like aerial
postcode.
Postcode, yes.
Postcode, yeah. Yes, there's lots of love for all the different folks. Yeah,
it's a zip code. You guys call it a postcode. Yeah.
And Jedi Bill throwing down the $2 super, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. So thank you for your support as a member, being a friend. I can't wait to have you on and do some stuff with you, my friend. It's going to be great. So. Princess Leia Rose has made an opinion. Want the Fanta? Wrong show, but I appreciate the gesture.
Don't you wanna?
I do not have a.
Mexican You got the soundtrack version.
I can't go to the vending machine at work without having that in my head now. Every time I see the Fanta.
It was. So anyway, it's a lot of that kind of stuff too, especially when you really enjoy something like that. It's like, I don't remember when it was we watched, and it was the scene with the dragon, and it's like burning the city down, and I just kind of went, oh, look at that. I know it. Yeah, it's cool. I just kind of had this moment like of association, so that was pretty cool. So, Ironcaster, where are we on content from you, my brother? What do we need to do? Who do we need to pay? What do we need to do?
So actually, I do have something planned for coming up in the next week. Let's see. So later tonight, I'll be on with Vlad Steakums for his Tuesday night mosh pit, where we talk about who knows what.
Oh.
No, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I'll be on with Nick Weiser for our Friday night comic shop talk, and we'll be talking some comic book stuff. Do a little bit what Loki himself does.
Yep.
But to kick off the weekend,
Hmm.
Saturday is going to be the Weekend Geek over on T-Shirt Historians channel, where I'm sure we'll be talking about anything except the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh.
And then Monday, I'm actually going to. I'm going to be doing some live streams, where on my own channel, I should add, where rather than complaining about Wizards of the Coast for what they're doing, let's get a little tabletop. Look about running an excellent alternative to their stuff.
Old school essentials. All right.
I adore this system. This is a great book to kind of get into. I figured why not run some stuff, maybe kind of get a little world building, let people kind of come and go as they please. It seems like a good way to start the week, because look, people always talk about Monday being the worst day of the week. Why not give people something to look forward to?
Yeah. Listen, no, I'm so happy for you, man. I think everything you do is always entertaining and interesting. You're so knowledgeable, and we just need to figure out how to make this happen. You know what I mean? We just need to figure out how to get more of this out there. That's all.
Well, apparently I found one little interesting thing here that's just kind of popped up my list that I think I might need to share with you guys real quick.
Uh-oh. This year's Frenzy of Shark movies.
No.
Big Shark.
Oh, yes.
Big 2.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to watch Cocaine Shark?
No.
Cocaine Shark.
Cocaine Bear was bad enough. No.
I'm looking forward to Doll Shark.
Wow. Sharkcaster, shark content. Wow.
I'm looking forward to Meg Ann. Meg.
Oh.
Megan versus the Meg.
Yeah.
Yes. RC Cola and Moon Pie. Oh man, Dave Bob, we went on vacation and we were in Georgia, and it was the first time I had an RC in years. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm behind this glass bottle of RC Cola. Now it's become distributed again, and we can get it down here. But for years we couldn't get it, and it was like, oh, so excited. So, 20-ounce Fanta in Sicily was a luxury item. Very cool. Very cool. Dave Bob, I have no idea what a goober wheel is. Do any of you gentlemen know what a goober wheel is?
No, I'm 23.
Isn't it I remember calling people a goober, but that's about as far as I remember it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't a goober like a booger?
I don't know. I'm 23. That's like a running gag I do when people talk about films and pop culture that I don't know. I just say, no, I'm 23.
A goober was kind of like an insult, like you're a dope. And we had based it on the fact that there's a character at Andy Griffith's show called Goober who was kind of dopey. But it was kind of like the milquetoast kind of insult without using any profanity kind of thing, that kind of thing. So let's see. Big deal with the bots. I guess it's a lot of promotion of D&D. I don't know.
Well, the thing with the movie though is I've been hearing stories about them doing a lot of these little mini kind of presentations ahead of time for it that some people have been going to allegedly, and people are saying they like it. But Tom from Midnight Edge was saying he tried to get tickets to it and he couldn't get them. So I have no idea what's going on with this movie, but we'll know come Thursday.
Peanut patty. Oh, okay. That's called goober. What do you call it?
My goodness.
Goober wheel is peanut patty. Okay. Chocolate raisin. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a Cockneys versus Shark movies out there. Oh, okay.
I think I found my favorite one on this list, including the summary. Invisible Shark. Quote, "There's a shark. You can't see it. Sorry."
Wow. So Loki, we can just have invisible creatures in our film and not have to worry about paying any sort of CGI for it. It's there. Can't you? This is what happens. You just have these like fake
it decloaks and then eats someone and then recloaks.
I don't even know why it would cloak. I just think that it almost seems like the right kind of like Mel Brooks parody that would work if you could just do it extreme enough. You know what I mean? Like it's invisible stuff that's attacking people. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the movie Amityville Shark House?
Sharkcaster is out of control tonight. Christian Phantom Geek is here. Hey, brother. Hope you're doing well. Great gaming. Dean is here as well. Let's see. There's Dean. Yeah, got it. And then, yeah, that's one way to save on an F. I'm with you, man. It's like it's what's happening. Forget about what you can see or not see. They're invisible. It's invisible sharks. So, well, guys, it has been crazy to think about a year. Ryan, I can't believe it all started, man. You were there. You were there before anybody, really. It all started.
I always like being right at the heart of any origin story, ladies and gentlemen. And it's great to see. And it's great to see that Talk Hard has developed into what it is today. I'll make my contributions where necessary, and because I'm here, there, and everywhere, folks. I've been a guest of this fine gentleman, a guest of this fine gentleman, and who knows, one day a guest of this fine gentleman as well, when he is consistent in his content creation efforts. Fingers crossed. But I'll happily come back on whenever the nearest opportunity arises.
Well, folks, thank you so much for being with us on this crazy journey. It's been nuts. It's hard to believe it's been a year, and it's also like I think Ironcaster, you were saying, it's like there's just so many memories that are stacked up in there. It's so rich of so many things that we could or should talk about. But it's been great. Appreciate the journey and the fun time. Next week, we are closing in on Easter, folks, and next week we'll be doing Ben-Hur. Sort of our kind of little nod in that general arena. So we're doing the classic version of Ben-Hur with Charlton Heston. And then the week after that, we'll be back on point with more of our genre stuff that we love so much. A John Carpenter film, one that seems a little too on the nose, that will be called They Live. So if you've never seen these films or you want to revisit them, those will be two favorites that we'll be doing our next two. And then we'll be discussing behind the scenes what's next. But we always love your suggestions. Can't guarantee we'll do them, but we'll always take your suggestions and discuss them. That's the way we discuss Ironcaster's Tubi obsession. But listen, it's okay. So Ben-Hur means all the wrong things now. Yeah. Well, so does They Live. Technically awesome one. I feel like it may be a little more docudrama. Oh, Dave Bob become a member. Dave Bob, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome. Awesome, bro. Thank you so much. It's awesome to have your support. Appreciate you, man. It's great. And yeah, thank you again. That's crazy. So, oh yeah, ZBR is pointing out the dossier. There's a file. Yeah. There's a dossier.
No, that's not the reason why people have me on Zombie. Not at all. I have two folders now.
Yes. Great. Now there's volumes. Now it's not just one folder. There's volumes of content to pick through. So, but listen, thanks for everything, folks. I get the little grandkids tomorrow, so it'll be a little more of less pops being around. But I'll try to get to recording some of the videos. Some of the stuff's already in the hopper. So Comics Talk is tomorrow. And obviously we'll have Saturday morning cartoons and some of those kinds of things. But we'll be back next Tuesday doing Talk Hard, talking about Ben-Hur ahead of Easter. Hope everyone is blessed. Make tomorrow better than today. Thank you again for supporting this channel, supporting us, having fun, talking hard, hanging out, doing our thing. We appreciate you guys so much. And since it all started with Halo, we'll go out with a Halo kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, no.
No, it's just their company. It's all I had handy. I don't have anything else. So